Hello folks, and good weekend. It's a Saturday morning right now, and I've got something I've been excited to try out and haven't had a chance yet, and it's right behind me right there. So first off, where are we? We are down in the wood line of my house. So my house is up through those trees, up through the field. There's the lake right there. So if we build another house on this property, the house will be right in this area right here. It's nice and flat. A lot of these pine will obviously have to come out, but this will be the area, and this will be all thinned out right here, overlooking the water. So right now I've got a lot of deadfall and mess in here, and it's the perfect time to try out this new machine. So you can see all this small straggly stuff, this old rotten tree here. There's tons of downfalls through the winter. We've got stuff laying over here out front. There's so much laying down. It's old popple and stuff on the ground out there laying. We got to get this cleaned up. So here we go. First time ever using a skid steer mulcher. We've got the new Holland 345, 100 horsepower, 40 gallons per minute. We've got the Osma SSQ 160 with the bite limiter. So this is not going to be my full-time mulcher. The 180 is going to be my full-time one with the variable speed motor, but it wasn't available at the time, so they sent me this one in the meantime. So this is what we have, and my end goal, eventually I will be running carbides on this, but right now we've got planer teeth. So this is a really nice mulcher. It's got the door for opening and closing. I'm gonna leave it closed for now. They're really well built. The welds are really nice. The holders, the bolts are massive on these things, on the teeth holders. They're reversible, obviously. But yeah, really well built unit, like really good attention to detail. A lot of people over in North America don't know a lot about these guys, but they've been around in Europe for absolutely ever. But they're just starting to dip into the North American market. They're trying to make their way into it. So like I said, this is my very first time ever using a skid steer mulcher. Gonna be some growing pains for sure. It's a really good situation to be able to use it on my property before I head out to someone else's property and start there. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump in this thing, fire this thing up, and you know, I guess we'll just we'll see what takes place here. Okay, so I think I've got probably 10 minutes running the machine so far. This pile of stuff is gone. We got some stuff going over there. We got some stuff cleaned up in here. There's definitely some techniques to it for sure. You tip forward too far, you're going into the ground too much. You don't tip over enough. You're not getting the full bite. But man, it rebounds really quick. It doesn't seem to bog down the head like at all. I've taken some pretty good size, I think these are old rotten apple trees. I've taken some pretty good size apple trees down. There was a few in here, and man, it just destroys it. And then there was some stumps on the ground, some deadfall, sorry. I've ground those up. Pretty lickety split. But anyway, I'm gonna tackle this thing right now. This is rotten, but man, it just chews. Huh, this is pretty cool. It looks so much bigger in here already. I've been in here for like 10 minutes with this thing. Wow, pretty impressive. I'm gonna clean up a little bit more stuff in here, get used to this a little bit more. It's a little tighter quarters over there, so I'm gonna use it in around here a bit more yet, just cleaning up some stuff. And then once I feel a bit more comfortable, then head out that way. But I really would like some stuff, you know, like 10-15 feet high, and just plow through it. There was some stuff over here that was like that, and I literally just plowed through it. Wow, this is fun. All right, folks, so welcome back. I think this video probably started like roughly 2 weeks ago, and here I am back at it again. When I was using this down here, I had an issue with the mulcher, but it ended up being completely 100% my own fault. I'm not going to get into it too much, but something wasn't hooked up properly when we fired it up. But we're back now, ready to rock and roll. This is where I left off. Obviously, I'm gonna pick up on these guys right here, get rid of these, grind them up, and then I'm going to continue coming through here and clearing off this area in here of the undergrowth. And then I'm gonna jump over on this side, and there's a lot over here to do, like a lot over here to do. A lot of cleanup out through here. It's everywhere, really, to be honest. All through here, all the underbrush, all that stuff's getting cleaned up. There's a lot of deadfall, there's piles, there's stuff laying here everywhere. And going down towards the lake, I'm gonna clean that stuff up, going down there. All this small stuff in here, that's all gonna go as well. So we got her running now. This has to go on a large job starting next week. So I want to make sure everything's great before she's ready to rock and roll. And I send it on out of here. So let's get in this thing and start chewing this stuff up. Something else that I figured out in the meantime from not having the gear is that this does have a continuous flow function. You literally just click it over. Like, how easy is that? The whole time I was holding it, you just click it, it stays. Thing is a beast. It is a beast. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep cleaning all this stuff up, all this crap. It's gonna be gone. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for the first use video. So everything at my house, 2 different sort of stints at it. The first one, everything was working good, and then something happened to it that ended up being all completely my fault. But the guys at Fern Tree, they hooked me up with what I needed to get back going. This mulcher typically comes with the 66cc motor, 66cc motor. It now has the 80cc motor in it, which is the same motor as the bigger one that I'm waiting to get. That seemed to help a little bit. It's hard to say how much it actually helped, but stay tuned. I'm gonna add a little clip at the end of this video. I'm on a big job with this mulcher right now, and it's doing phenomenally. It's doing like really, really, really good down there. So that will be the next video of the mulcher and the skid steer combined, but I will throw a little bit of that footage into that at the end here. But anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for this one. So stay tuned. Lots more on this mulcher, lots more on this skid steer. The mulcher for the excavator, the new Osma mulcher for the excavator, should be ready this week. Then I'll put that thing to work, so stay tuned for that. Another Osma. But that's gonna do it. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.